Show it's 5:30. Call the City Council of Cresco, Iowa, December 16, 2024 meeting to order. Roll call.
Carmen.
Present.
Buska.
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
McConnell. Greener.
Present.
Tonight we'll act on the consent agenda, which consists of approval of the agenda, approval of the claims, approval of minutes from December 2nd, 2024, approval of minutes from December 3rd, 2024, budget work session, approval of minutes from December 11th, 2024, special meeting, approval of excavator license for MB Inc., Memer Tiling Inc., Mirachek Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, LLC, Mudslingers Inc., Skyline Construction Inc., approval of tree surgeon license for Wilson Custom Tree Trimmers, LLC, Tarzan Tree Service, LLC, Total Tree Care, LLC, Uprooted Tree Service, LLC, Roggen Spray, LLC, Andera Tree Service, LLC, and Tim Walton Tree Service.
So moved.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Buska.
Yes.
Greener.
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
Carmen.
Yes.
Staff reports, Public Works.
I think we were just chatting on that. We have a hazardous mitigation plan meeting on Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30. That's kind of a required thing. I helped with Wenatchee County on it. It's all good stuff. It's just not too exciting. The dirt pile out at the airport is gone. And there's black dirt still piled up there that will get spread out where the rest of the pile was. And so that'll happen maybe this winter, maybe not. It might be a spring thing, and then our goal is to maybe seed it down and just see how it grows grass. I think the farmer that rents it, if he wants to try and plant it, I think he may try, but I don't know if he'll want to yet. We had a water main on 7th Avenue last Thursday. That's the second one there in that area this year. I think the other one was maybe about 3-4 months ago. That is old 4-inch water main there, so I think we'll probably expect more there, and if we wanted to replace that section, it's not a horribly long one, but it might be something to consider, because they've had some issues there in the past. And then I believe while I was gone last week, the blink charger got fixed up at
Oh, good. Okay.
Fairway, so.
Is that 7th Avenue on CIP at all?
It's spelled, well, it's 4-inch, so kind of. If it's not spelled out directly, it's old 4-inch water main that should be replaced, so.
Was that the digging at, let's see, it would have been the 100 block east?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, no, not 100, no. More like 8
It was up by Woodland Avenue.
Woodland Avenue, yeah, just not.
Oh,
yep,
okay. 'Cause
Yeah, south
wasn't-
of Quentin Chetechka's
okay.
area. Yeah, but,
I've gone around a couple on that street.
yep, and the old parts are there, Jason, so you can have those. Thanks for caring. That's what I have.
All right, thank you. Police.
Nothing to report.
Thank you, Tim. Administration.
Been busy with month-end budget and getting ready for the calendar year end. We had the fire commission meeting the beginning of the month. We paid the portion that was due on the pumper at the last meeting of the $119,000. So the rural paid half and we paid half. The remaining balance will be due the end of 2025. Due to the fundraising efforts of the firefighters, they'll be contributing about $116,000 towards it. So the rest of the balance will be split between the city and the rural, so it's amazing.
Great news.
The first meeting for the steering committee will be, for the comprehensive plan, will be tomorrow evening. And we were also awarded 2 Howard County Community Foundation grants, one for the fire department for $9,900 for hoses and nozzles, and for the police department for $5,000 for National Night Out. And I will be sending out a doodle later this week to set up the second budget meeting, probably looking at the middle of January. Probably do it one night, so watch for that.
Thanks, Nikki. Committee updates.
The Regional Housing Authority, which is Section 8 housing, and Jason can correct me if I say anything wrong. Port outs are still low. I think they're 5. They have made real progress on their wait list, so people are out with vouchers looking for housing. And the exciting thing I thought was that they're now moving to paperless processing. They're not completely there yet, but people are taking to it much better than kind of, I think, anybody expected.
Any other committee updates?
Anything else, Jason?
That's pretty good.
All right. If not, we'll move on to comments from the audience. This section is reserved for any comments that are not a part of the agenda. If there are none, we'll move on to new business. Item number 1, resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to sign a right of entry for construction for the Scene Shop project with MD Inc.
And this is to allow us to go on their property while we're constructing the scene shop, so it's just basically temporary.
I move we do that.
Second.
Roll call.
Hassan,
Yes.
Carmen,
Yes.
Creener,
Yes.
Buska.
Yes.
Item number 2, discuss Beetle Park sign and possible resolution to sign a proposal with Lacrosse Sign Group.
You want to touch on that? Okay, you're a little bit more involved in it than I was.
It has nothing to do with anything. Ignore that.
Do you want that to Nikki?
It's something else.
Oh,
We did not get the grant through Community Foundation. And so I just was calling Scott and Brandon today. I know you've talked to Brandon. That was our hope. We asked for like 10 grand. If we could have got that, we thought we'd have been really, really close. I did talk to Scott. I didn't know if he was going to be here tonight or if he would be at the ball game tonight in Minnesota. He's at neither. He's still in Florida. Thanks for giving up his tickets our way. They're still good to be in, the bank. Bank and Trust is still good to be in. He even mentioned that if he needed to do another 5 from the foundation, he'd do that. And I think that Brandon's thinking maybe they could find 5 from there. So we were hoping that 10 from the Community Foundation would get us right up to the threshold, and hopefully you guys would pick up the couple grand after and taxes and stuff like that, whatever, and call her good. So we're kind of back to 20K, and everything above that we're unsure of. There are a couple grants that we talked about if this was not successful to apply for, one of them being the Alliant Energy Grant. It's on a quarterly thing that we can do. But obviously the proposal from Lacrosse Sign Company was a nice proposal that we had, and he kind of wants to know, is he putting that on this year's docket as an approval or not? So
Have we contacted other sign companies? I mean, I read that and I thought, wow, that's an incredible amount of money for that sign.
that was probably the lowest bid.
Really? So you have
3.
contacted other
Oh, yeah.
companies?
Yep.
Have they officially put in other
Oh, yeah.
bids?
Yeah, we got 3 of them. And honestly, I thought Nagel would be the lowest one because they're the ones that normally do work up here. But Lacrosse wants to be over here more. And that was kind of our last one. Honestly, Stan, I was thinking, no way, there's no way they want to do this. But obviously they want this territory a little bit more. And, it's about the same. Nagel's coming from Waterloo, these guys are coming from there, so travel's about the same. And Scott was able to negotiate a pretty good deal from them, so.
So it sounds like you feel like it's a pretty good deal.
We went the last time by doing it ourselves. Do it yourself. And we are where we are today. And that was not that long ago. And maybe we got what we paid for, and maybe we got 5 years out of it. Maybe that was it, We didn't have anything to back us up. But we paid for that, I guess. Or we didn't pay for that. So I think if we're heading down this road, again, we're willing to do everything we can do across the street and maintain it and do all that jazz and keep an eye on it and talk to people about it. I think we're at a point where we need a company like Lacrosse or like Nagel to stand behind their work and to be an hour away when things go bad versus the company we have right now, which is down in Florida. So, and they do everything remote, and it's not working.
What are the stipulations through the DOT for that sign? Aren't there some,
There are. There is, that sign was originally put in there with a variance to the DOT. It encroaches on the sight triangle of a corner of an intersection like that. So the DOT makes you put things away. So prior to any of us, I don't know who would have been here to get that initial sign, but they did get a variance on that sign. And so there are certain things, it's just got to be community related, but we can't put, in generalities, we can't put like business advertising on there, you know, and things like that, which when Scott kind of came in, he's like, oh God, we could sell for that. We could raise the money that way. That'd be a great idea. I'm like, yeah, it would be. We're not legal to do that. So it's just got to be community focused. And then we know what we can't say and what we can say, so we can wordsmith it to make sure it's all right.
And that's kind of what changed my mind a little, because I was on the, let's get the businesses to help pay for
Yeah,
it.
right.
I think I came to you
You did.
several times and
You
said,
and Scott are on the same page, yeah.
but, you know, we can't ask them to pay for something they, well, I mean, I suppose we could, but they're less likely to pay for something they can't use.
So back in 2002, it looks like they fundraised for that from the business owners anyways, so they did pay for the initial
Right.
part of it. And I did see earlier this afternoon, they had applied for $3,500 from the tourism grant to pay for it too, so.
We do have that hanging there.
We
That
do.
was approved. And that's just kind of holding there.
Yeah, so if you did this, and it'd be about 10,000 left.
Right, thank you. Yep, kind of forgot, we just kind of put that on a holding pattern because we want to see what the community foundation would
Pretty sure.
figure it out, yeah.
Jason, is it possible to go through the Alliant grant if it's already been done and set in place as far as,
No, but the Align grant's quarterly,
yeah,
so like we could do that first quarter here in January.
okay, so it'd be before we even got into the sign,
Right,
okay.
and we do use their power to light the sign up, so. that's a
Although
good thing.
hopefully it's LEDs, right?
Correct, correct, but it is their power, it's
Right,
not
yeah.
like it's my energy or something, you know?
Jason was just saying he'd like to go back to neon because it omits a different glow.
I happen to agree on that, but
Do you know
My
when they were?
hope was to go ahead and do that Alliant grant, but we were just kind of, we knew this one had to happen first, and the turnaround, thankfully, for the changes that they made at Community Foundation to let us know quicker than ever before. I mean, I really appreciate those changes. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but at least let us know. They used to not tell us until June, and they changed that till March. Now we know in December. It's great.
Do you know if they approve it when they would be doing the work? Would it be,
I think it's up to us to tell them when.
okay, so we could do it after July 1st if we chose?
Well, if we
to.
chose to do
Okay.
that, yeah.
And that's utilizing the same brick frame that's around it?
Yeah.
Just put a new insert in it and
New insert, and put all the trimmings on the outside to make it look nice, but yeah, we wouldn't vary that size again because the size is okayed by the DOT. So, the other thing that was part of this, it's a small piece of it, and it's in your estimate, is to fix the nice blue lighted sign above it. I don't know how much that was in there, is it $3,000 or something? It's not a lot. The big majority of the cost is that new marquee on both sides, but Bob's Electric was gonna do that for us before. That was my hope on some of that other stuff, but, so, we'll get LEDs in that one too and make it look nice. But
So,
these guys with the sign company will take care of all that, so you're not dealing with different contractors and stuff. And I've talked to both Patty at Signs and Designs and Bob's Electric, and they're like, that's okay. Somebody else can take that one.
looks like this one is like higher resolution and shows
Oh,
a
yeah.
colored image, and I see it says 6 millimeter,
Yeah.
red, green, blue. So
We keep upgrading, but
Yeah.
yeah, we just need one to last now.
do they have other signs in town, like the banks and the school and stuff?
No, that's where we're
That's
at.
where the twist comes from a
The
little
twist
bit.
comes from all of a sudden, that I didn't know CUSP started using some of them. So,
Okay.
yep. Otherwise, Nagel pretty much has the name of the game on those signs, but, and those guys are great. We have used them before, and I use them a ton, so, yep. They were we made sure on those bids, I mean, we gave them apples to apples to apples. There was, I don't know if that's possible for you guys to consider or not. And if it is, great. I know you'll make Scott's day, because he really, really wants to do this. Obviously, he's putting his money where his mouth is, so. And then we'll take a shot at Alliance, so. That's about all I know.
Yeah, I was gonna vote to delay this because I didn't think you had enough other estimates, but it sounds like you
Oh.
did your homework, so.
Yeah, we did.
So I guess I'll move we go into this agreement.
Second?
Do you want it done as a budget amendment or in next fiscal year budget?
And the price is gonna be 10,000?
Max, I
Thir-
would say would be 13.5.
But, yeah,
13.5?
Yep.
I'm inclined to do it as a budget amendment,
Okay.
but it kind of depends what other emergencies we have. But
Are you guys, you okay with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hassan,
Yes.
Carmen,
Yes.
Creener,
Yes.
Buska.
yes,
Thanks, Jason. Item number 3, approval of Class C liquor license with outdoor service to Howard County Agricultural Society, DBA Mighty Howard County Fair, Howard County Expo Center.
And we did check around lunchtime, and it was still pending insurance, so our luck it'll be here tomorrow.
so I make the motion pending the dram shop insurance.
Second that?
Roll call.
Creener,
Yes.
Buska,
Yes,
Carmen,
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes.
Item number 4, possible motion on job offer for the street superintendent position.
I move we extend the job offer to applicant 3. We need to,
Lon,
You didn't say the name.
I can say the name?
yeah,
Okay, so that's Lonnie Linhart.
Lenahan.
Lenahan.
I'll second that motion.
Carmen,
No.
Buska,
yes,
Hassan,
Yes.
Creener.
Yes.
Item number 5, resolution approving wage.
can I just interrupt, and Dave, you're going to talk to everyone as soon as possible tonight?
Yes.
Right, okay, thanks.
Item number 5, resolution approving wage agreement for water and sewer certification pay for department heads.
This is to match the union contract to the supervisors as well. So it'd be only for the water and the wastewater certifications.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call.
Buska,
yes,
Creener,
Yes.
Hassan,
Yes.
Carmen.
Yes.
Item number 6, resolution adopting the annual project list update to the capital improvements plan, CIP 2022 to 2027.
can we, before we vote, I'd actually like to delay this because we all did our submissions and we saw the results of those, but we never had a chance to discuss, to ask like, well, why did you vote for that, Stan, when I voted 1? And in fact, there were a lot of 4s and 1s in there, and one of mine might have been a mistake, but I'm not sure. So I'd actually like to discuss it before we approved it.
So should we table that to our work session or our second budget meeting then?
Can. Yep.
I actually wanted to do that too, Amy.
Cool.
So you want to discuss it with budget as well? So that night
that-
or the next council meeting?
That could be a 6-hour meeting if we,
The budget meeting?
yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so that's everything for the meeting. I'd take a possible motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Hassan,
Yes.
Carmen,
Yes.
Creener,
Yes.
Buska.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.